I met this woman as a virgin. Up till today, I've never met any woman in this life except this woman.
This man said he met his wife as a virgin, and since then he has never had an extramarital affair with any woman, but the wife has sued him to court for having a baby outside their marriage with thousands of evidences. But I want you to watch the video and tell me who is lying and who is saying the truth between the two.
Yetunde son, I learned you have some health challenges and you'd love to have a seat. You can take your seat. And you brought your husband, so that's your wife. You're the one that brought your husband to court, Olabisoni. What's the problem? Are you still living together?
No.
When did you separate?
Actually, he ran away. He absconded from home.
When?
That was recent December made it a year. He absconded with another woman.
Okay.
So the reason why I wanted to go back to the root of the issue is because of that, mostly because of that woman. She's named Uremu Ogbeta, who I later, with evidence, had an issue for him.
What kind of marriage did you conduct?
I did we did introduction, we did registry, we did engagement, we did church wedding.
All right.
With him. So, like I said, I cast my mind back. When he sent for me, it was in the church then, because the whole thing got me a little bewildered, because I see
the whole thing did what?
A little bewildered at the end of the day, and part of what gave me this health issue. Because since he left, I've been battling with the health issue, and it was even not only me, myself and my kids. So when he sent for me, then I could remember vividly, I was in a friend's house. I was 29 years old then. That was far back as 20 years ago now. So he called me, he sent for me. He was the prayer warrior leader in the church. I had hardly known him then. Then when I met with him, the first thing the pastor that I was living with told me was I should be very, very careful, because he's a very cunning person. I never even, I was very young in the faith then, so I believe Christian thing that probably prayer will take care of things like that. We continued until we eventually got married. We married 2 months into the marriage. I was a month pregnant. The next thing I saw was Uremu came visiting. She came for the wedding. What she even gave me that day, I still remember. I was telling my kid of recent the gift she brought for the wedding. So 2 months into the wedding, Uremu came on a visit. So we were just talking together, and the next thing I just like, so how old is the pregnancy? I was like, what kind of thing is this? I was really wroth within me that how could you be infringing into someone else's privacy? So I told her that is not just right, and I changed my tone, and she had to go. And immediately she left, I faced him. I said, how could Uremu know I'm pregnant? I said, this is not just fair. In fact, that day, it was a serious issue, because there was never anything I would say that he will listen. It is either he's pointing finger at my face. That was just the order. Even till yesterday there, when he stood up and came closer, I was pointing finger at me. So we fought that day. We actually fought with my pregnancy, because he won't say anything wrong in most of the things he does in life. So that case passed like that. I gave birth to my baby. We used to have issues, too much issues.
How many children do you have?
We have 5 at the moment. We have 5 children.
I'm looking at your statements, and you've broken down everything.
Yes,
so I'll just be bringing them out.
Okay.
So you'll be.
Okay.
First, you have issue of violence and assault.
Yes.
Can you tell me what happened?
Okay.
With that?
So this is just where I am. The issue started with my 2 weeks baby, my first baby, Omubari, like I said. That day, food issue. You went to work, you came back. Baby is just less than 2 weeks. And I told him, you came back this around 9 o'clock. You didn't even ask me. I've not even eaten since morning. I told him. The mother was around. and everything will just be like, at the end of the day, he went out, brought food for the mother. I said, won't I eat? Issue started. I said, me, I don't understand this kind of marriage. Somebody just gave birth. You can't feed me. And in the middle of the issue, I was annoyed. I just said, let me go out with the baby. As I held the phone. The phone was with me. As I was going out, he just said I should give him the phone. He wanted to drag it. I just said, leave me. He just gave me. This is where he deals with me, the edge of the hand. It gave
what?
The edge of the
Okay.
hand. This was where he gave me. I shouted that night, and people had to, we were even in a room, people had to rush in, and the first time in my life, I was like, is this the